Okay, everyone. I'm doing a project in a Postgres database, um, just showing off some SQL skills. This project is a F1 formula racing project where I took some championship standings, drivers, teams, location, everything that would be important to a fan, or the teams that are racing on the racetrack. I wanted to take some of that information, put it in a database, and in this project, I'll just walk through some of the steps, show you guys the forms that I created, and I also insert some data using PSQL. Okay, real quick. So I was having a problem with pulling up my forms in Valentino Studio. So here is a template of what the forms look like, some of the information that the forms will be recording. So you can see, like I said, championship standings. I have drivers where we take in, date of birth, first name, last name, nationality, team ID. We also have, let me scroll down a bit. We also have some race results and races, that go on throughout the season. And like I said, the teams as well. Okay, now I'm gonna pull up my database just so we can get in here and kind of just take a look at the schema real quickly. I have quite a few different projects I'm working on, to be honest. I think this one is it right here. Yeah. Okay, so you guys can see those tables right there. These tables already have some information in them, but what I'm going to do is just come up with a quick little query, maybe insert a couple more rows just to update it, and then I'll do a report so you guys can see the report as well. Okay, let me pull up my SQL terminal real quick. I just kind of really like, coding from the terminal. Makes me feel a bit more knowledgeable about, working with databases and operating in the terminal. If you don't operate in the terminal, I think that's something that you should pick up, even if it's just for fun. So let me put these credentials in, and then we'll get to inserting some data. Like I said, I was having issues with my forms loading, so that's one of the benefits to be able to, get it done in the terminal. So as you can see, I have a query right here to just insert some information into my database in the drivers. Right, so this is my query. This is what it looks like. Team ID, values, and then we're gonna input, the driver number, Sergio Perez. He's Mexican, born in 1990, January 26, and the team ID is 1. All right, here's another insert of some data, and this is gonna go in the races table, where it has race information, race ID, race name, location, date, circuit name, and so on. So this is what that query looks like. And once I update this, we should be able to see it here in the table soon. Okay, just to show you guys real quick. So remember I was, inserting code from the terminal. And here you can see my query where I'm selecting all information from the drivers table. And you can see the newest insert at the bottom, Sergio Perez. Okay, and you can see also where I, ran the same type of query in my races table, just to show you that that new insert did go in properly from the terminal. the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku at the Baku City Circuit. And there you have it. Yeah, so I really enjoy writing some queries from the terminal. In my case, my forms isn't working, so just being able to like work around that by using the terminal is very very helpful. So don't skip out on that. Okay, so here we have a join query. Basically where I can look at some driver performance. So I combine the drivers table, teams, and also my championship standings tables. And like I said, this would be good for any kind of driver performance report. And I'll scroll down a bit so you guys can see what those results look like. Yeah, so this type of analysis would be very useful for any kind of driver preparation where they want to see what drivers did what at certain tracks, team and driver comparison, performance review, where teams or managers may use this type of report to basically just evaluate the performance of their drivers, and also a driving scoring analysis, where some analysts could use this to see which drivers are leading in terms of points and wins over a certain period. So that's what we have right here. Yeah, so a database with this type of F1 Formula Racing information would be for any teams or managers, drivers, anyone, maybe even just a casual F1 fan, would love to see this type of information. Very useful for team strategies. And I'm pretty sure that, there's some more complex databases that could have been created, especially if I was monitoring car information, possibly checking like when we need to do a pit stop maintenance, driver, analysis. All types of information can be stored in these type of databases. I chose F1 just because I felt like it would be a pretty cool project to do. F1 is a pretty popular motorsport, and I also like motorsports as well, so I thought it would be pretty cool and pretty fun to take a swing at this project.